Welcome, Rich Hoops pod fan. Dame finally demands a trade out of Portland. Been 11 decent years, but he has a trade wish list at first. He said all the Miami Heat or the Brooklyn Nets, but let's be honest. Yay, winning with Michael Bridges and Ben Simmons. He wants the Heat. We want to see Jimmy Butler and Dame win their first chip together. But then a weird report came out. Woj says Portland is not impressed with what Miami has to offer. Oh, but surely they'll do it day once. He's been so loyal wrong. The Trailblazers do not plan to cooperate with Damian Lillard on his trade request to the Heat. Miami has no advantage over any other team because of Lillard's demands. What they don't care. I guess we're just so used to seeing these other players always get what they want. It's weird to see it go the other way. The Blazers do not want Tyler Hero. That's what this is about. He's not good enough, and they already have a guard-heavy team with Scoot Anderson, Shaedon Sharpe, and Anthony Simmons, so what can Miami do? They can do a 3 or 4 team deal that sends Hero elsewhere. So Portland is happy. Espen says there are at least 5 teams interested in the 3-team deal. So this is going to happen right damn to the Heat. Maybe not because any package the Heat send has to include their new rookie James Hawks. People are excited about him. Miami doesn't have a ton of assets here. So Hawks is key, but because they signed him to a rookie contract on July 2nd, he can't be traded till August 1st. That is so much time for another team to swoop in and steal Dave August 1st. The Blazers' GM Joe Cronin said, "We have been clear that we want Dame here, but he has notified us today. He wants out, and we're going to do what's best for our team in pursuit of winning." He's putting this on Dame like, look, we wanted you here, but you asked out. You can't blame us for doing what's best for ourselves. Don't ask us to take less than a trade. You're the one who wanted out. This is on you. So there's plenty of time for another team to put a deal together that blows Miami's deal out of the water. But is that realistic? Would a team get Dame knowing he doesn't want to be there? A report said things could get uncomfortable if Dame goes anywhere, but the Heat sounds like a threat from Damian Lillard. But is he serious? I mean, does Dame have it in him to make things uncomfortable like Fat James Harden or Ben Simmons? Refusing to play all year for Philly. No, this is loyal, respectful. Damian Lillard front offices actually wonder if he would be more like Donovan Mitchell. Remember how he really wanted to go to New York, grew up a Knicks fan? Everyone knew Spider wanted to go home. But then he ended up on the Cavaliers because they gave the Jazz better package and people were like, oh, is Donovan going to be upset? Maybe he was for like a minute. But then he made it work and embraced his new teammates because that's who Donovan Mitchell is. And that's also who Dame is. He's not a Ben Simmons. He is more like Spider Mitchell. So other teams are serious about getting Dame. Chris Haynes is by far the best reporter on Dame because they're friends. He said made teams are like, okay, hold on. Let's wait on what we had planned for free agency. Let's look to see if we can get a shot on Dame. The Clippers are one of the teams who did that, the Minnesota Timberwolves, the New Orleans Pelicans, Boston Celtics. I would add the Jazz and the Spurs too. So a lot of teams are interested, but the most obvious he had mentioned is the 76ers. They are a mess after James Harden and Joel Embiid melted down in the playoffs. Then Harden gets upset, wants to leave, but he opted into his contract, which is great for Philly because now they can use Harden's salary to make a Dame deal work. Dame's a perfect fit next to Embiid. Obviously, a pick-and-roll threat replaces Harden scoring and assists. But unlike Harden, Dame is a playoff performer. Some think if Philly implodes again in the playoffs, Embiid could demand a trade as soon as next year. They have to do this deal, but there's one problem. Apparently, Philly doesn't feel that way. They are refusing to put Tyrese Maxey in a trade. Brian Windhorst said if Philly was willing to part with Maxey, Dame might be a Sixer right now. What is going on? I know Tyrese is young and future all-star. Dame's contract is bad, but pairing Embiid and Dame just feels too good to pass up. What do they feel like is better? Actually, if Philly plays out next year, they could have money for 2 max free agents. The list to choose from includes Klay Thompson, Drew Holiday, DeJounte Murray, DeMar DeRozan, and role players like Keith, Bruce Brown, Tyus Jones, and Buddy Hield. Dame would wipe out almost all their cap spaces, missing out on perhaps a big 3 with Embiid. So now things are getting real awkward for Dame and the Blazers. He wants to go to the Heat, but they are refusing to send him there. One Reddit post actually got people so angry at each other, Reddit had to take it down. It said after guaranteeing Damian Lillard $500 million through 2027 and making him one of the highest earned players of all time. Why do people believe Portland owes it to Dame to trade him to his preferred destination? That's a really good point. Why do they owe it to Dame? I mean, they gave him all that money. Well, I would say 2 things are wrong with that opinion first. They didn't give Dame all that money and he should be grateful. They don't hand out money to NBA players through charity and he's lucky to have gotten it. He earned every dollar as a pro basketball player. That doesn't factor into it like they've been nice to him. Second, he isn't James Harden or Ben Simmons. Loyalty and respect should matter. Otherwise, why would a player like try to work with his team for years trying to win? Same thing happens to you if you're Dame or you're Ben Simmons. So who cares? The Blazers should get a package that they're happy with. But okay, maybe it takes a 3 or 4 team trade. So let's look at several packages that could work the Heat, get Dame and Lillard. The next get Tyler Hero, Yusuf Nurkic, and Haywood Highsmith. It was good in the playoffs. Blazers get Ben Simmons for salary Duncan Robinson, Caleb Martin, who they won, James Jaquez, Nikolai Jovic, 4 first-round picks and 2 swaps at. Huge package with decent young players and a ton of picks. All those picks are really valuable too, which is huge. A report says the Nets are interested in Tyler Hero, which makes this work, and they also have that gigantic Ben Simmons salary to make any deal go through. The Nets are also taking Nurk's money, which Portland really wants to get rid of. The only thing this deal is missing is like a no doubt. Young all-star, which I don't think Portland's going to get anyway. I mean, Philly doesn't want to give him Tyrese Maxey because Dame's really talented, but his contract is awful, especially near the end of the deal. He's going to be making over $63 million at age 36. Dame could be the worst contract in the league eventually. I think the way Dame has handled himself is exactly what you would want from your star. Now, they just need to find another team that wants to make a 3-team deal to get him to Miami. But there are even crazier negotiations going on right now behind the scenes for who gets a new NBA team because Commissioner Adam Silver floated expansion. The NBA will add 2 more teams.